Business is business. Talking that bread, let me go ahead make a sandwich. When it's time to do work, let me extend the hammer.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jones at 4K, bringing you guys another Forza Horizon 5 DriftTune and build video. Today we got the 2016 Cadillac CTS-V. We did a special build with this car. We try to leave it as stock as possible, something you'll see brought to a car meet, something you'll see riding around with the boys or the homies or the car clubs. And we just wanted to look presentable and not like full-blown drift car. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. For something that I can improve, leave a comment in the comments, and let's get right into the build and tune. All right, guys, let's jump right into the tune and the build of the car. For the build of the car, there's no motor swap that I really would enjoy. I'm not doing the V10 or V12, so we're using the stock motor. Obviously, the car is rear-wheel drive. For the drivetrain, we have a race clutch. For the transmission, I took out the 8-speed automatic and went with a 6-speed manual transmission. The driveline, we have a race driveline, and then we have a drift differential. For the platform and handling, we upgraded the brakes to race brakes. We have the drift springs and dampers. For the front roll bar, we have a race front roll bar. We have a race rear roll bar. We do not have a roll cage of any sort into the car, and we did not take any weight out of the car. For the aero and appearance, we don't have any front aero, and we don't have any wing aero at all. For the tires and the wheels, I put the drift tire compound on it, left the stock front size, left the stock rear size, which is a 295. And for the wheels, I went with the multi-piece style. Never mind. I went with the specialized HRE P104s. I really like these wheels. They look really good. They have a slight concave and they're like split 5 spokes. For the rim size, we have 20s in the front, 20s in the back, and then we maxed out the tire width on the front and the rear of the car. What I try to do with this car, I try to leave it like it's, you know, like as stock as possible, like something that you'll just drive daily. You can daily drive it. You know, you're not going to drive around with a fully gutted out car in a roll cage all the time, which, I mean, I know some people do that for show, but you're not going to do that. So I try to leave the comfortability of the car in the car itself. For the engine, we have a race intake, we have a race fuel system, we have a race ignition, we have a race exhaust, we have race cams, race valves, stock oil and coolant, race pistons, race engine block, and then we have a race flywheel. So what I did with the power is I wanted to get as much power as I could out of the car, so the car is going to be heavy. I mean, you can still have a car that look stockish, and obviously, you know, you can jump the power up. And what's crazy to me is that this car was not able to be boosted at all. So I mean, you couldn't put a supercharger on it or a turbo, and I needed as much power and torque as I could to get this big girl to move. So we ended up with 879 horsepower, 761 foot-pounds of torque, and somehow we got an even 390 pounds, 3,900 pounds weight, 53 weight distribution, and the car is a 7-liter because I bored it out. And for the tune, we have 35-22 front tire pressure. For the gearing, I went with a G-Force T56 speed gear ratio. So we have a 355 final drive, a 266 first, a 178 second, a 1.30 third gear, a 109 fourth gear, which in the original T56, it is a 1-to-1, so it'll be 1.00, but I wanted just a little bit more out of fourth. For fifth gear, I left them stock at 0.08 and then 0.63. For the alignment, we're running negative 4.0 camber in the front, negative 1.2 camber in the rear, no toe in the front, negative 0.2 toe in the rear. And for the caster, we're running 6.5 degrees of caster. For the roll bars, I did research to find the stock roll bars for the 2016 CTS, which is a 31 bar or a 33 bar. So you can, I drift this car with both, but I went with the 31 bar in the front, and then there was a 24 bar and a 25 bar. So I went with the 25 bar in the rear. On the springs, I went with 896 in the front, 616 in the rear. I did pick the ride height up some because it was really low in the front. So I tried to level the car out and then drop it some in the front. So I went 4.0 and then 4.4 in the rear. On the dampening, we have 11.1 and 9.9 for the rebound stiffness. For the bump, we have 5.5 and 4.9 for the bump stiffness. There's no aero on the car. For the brake pressure and force, I have 80% brake force, and for the brake balance, we have 65%. And for the differential, we have a welded diff locked 100/100. All right, guys, that's the tune, that's the build. Let's take this car out and see what she can do. All right, guys, now we got it on the street. Let's go do some driving around, do some drifting. Like I said, this car is supposed to look stock. It's supposed to, you know, obviously not be stock, but just the appearance of being stock. And it drives great. Like, the car drives amazing. I spent a little time putting it together. I wanted to try something different. Since the last time I tried to do a stock build, it didn't really go well. You know, I had a roll cage in it. It had a full-on weight reduction. So this time, you know, I wanted to do something a little bit more different. And there's a drift zone that I couldn't find it, but I found out if I hide all of this and just put up the drift zones, I can find it. It was hitting. I've been looking for this one, the reservoir. Like, I don't know why it was hitting, but this is the one I've been looking for. So I'm gonna go here. I finally found it on the map. It was hidden behind all the other signs, but we're gonna take it down to the reservoir because the reservoir is a really, the last time I drove it, it was a really good drift section. So I want to go out and see if I can put some points down on it and actually do really well. But unlike some of the other builds I've been doing, I actually was able to get some time in driving this car before I recorded the video. So I definitely feel good driving this car, man. And I'm also a big fan of the CTS-Vs, the ATS. I mean, any of them, the Blackwing. I just figured it was long overdue. I haven't did a Cadillac yet, so. And not to mention, I was running out of ideas on what cars to build and how I should build them. So I got a few ideas that was tossed around, maybe like a mid-engine car, a rear-engine car, and see how I could do with those. I haven't tuned the mid-engine car in a long time, and I haven't tuned the rear-engine car in forever. Somebody said that I should do an all-wheel drive tune, and I'm gonna be honest with you, all-wheel drive is not my forte. I can't do it. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I can't. I feel like a pretty good score. But man, I love driving this car, man. I just wish that I could boost it. Like, I wish I could boost it. I would have went with lower power if I could boost the car. Honestly. But it's been a while since I built the car on drift tires and actually enjoyed driving it. This thing is so sweet, man. All right, let's not waste no time. Let's take her down the old mountain and see how she does. Right here. Yeah. We're gonna take her down the mountain, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I mean, give me some suggestions. Give me something else to build and drive. You guys are gonna start seeing repetitions of cars that I've already done. I did, however, get that new Mustang Mach-E 1400, the electric Mustang car. I might do a video on it. But we're gonna take this bad boy downhill and we're gonna rock out. I will say, using like actual gears out of a transmission and using like actual roll bars that come on the car and whatnot, it was weird at first, but like once you got used to driving it, to be honest, it's not that bad. Like it's really not that bad. Like I had to cheat a little bit with the fourth gear instead of leaving it 1-to-1, which I should have, and then just bumped up the final drive. But I just felt like it was easy just to change the fourth instead of doing the whole switching it all around. But I mean, either way, it turned out well. Like the car turned out good. I've actually been enjoying driving this car a lot more than some of my other powerhouse cars. Superstar gave me a gift. I wonder if it's a $20 million Ferrari. Listen to the way this thing sounds, man. Like, you guys can't tell me this thing don't sound gnarly. Actually had a really good transition right there. It was nice and wide. I was able to finish. I normally struggle through that section right there. I don't know why I do. It's just a weird, like that straight is so elongated that, you know what I mean? Like normally you can like manji, but if you manji, you're gonna have to double manji to get to the right position to make that turn. So I had a really good transition off that turn right there. So I was able to hit it nicely. Didn't have a good transition right there. Jeez. All right, we'll take it. A nice little 1,017,000 or 16, one of those. Either way, we made $1 million, and you guys already know. I'll be doing this drifting thing, man. I'm a driver, son. There's not much that I can't drive or tune to drive. Besides all-wheel drives, because they're just weird. That's more like rip the e-brake and go. But this thing is just so nice to drive, man. Like I don't know why. I don't know why I like driving this so much, but it is, man. It's a stellar car to drive. And I mean stellar. Like it's really well. But yeah, guys, that's going to be the video, man. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. Leave me some comment suggestions in the comment section, guys. I do appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.